Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. In today's video, I wanted to take you guys along my process of picking out my October TBR. Just because October is like the peak Halloween, fall, spooky month, and I want to curate the most perfect TBR for the month of October, because there's only one October every year, and I feel like I always sully it up with picking out way too many books or not having an actual structured TBR. And so I don't actually get to read the books that I want to read in October, and then I have to wait a whole nother year in order to read like spooky books. So I'm getting ahead and I am planning my October TBR just so that I have an idea, I have choices, and my October reading experience is a little bit more structured and catered towards the spooky season. So I apologize in advance because we're going to be moving around and the angle is not going to be the same, and we're just going to go through shelf by shelf and see what I pick out. My plan is having 6 books because I usually read 4 books, right, a week theoretically if I'm not busy. 16 books, and I still want to have some room to mood read, so I'm only going to pick 6 books that is required reading for October. I think that's a good plan because there are a lot of books on my shelf that I am strictly planning on reading in October. So I want those 6 books to be that, and I want to check them off because I can't wait another year to read these spooky books. So come on. So I can't really bring you guys up there, but the very top shelf, I have like my darker leaning books. So I have like Sophie Lark, My Dark Romeo. I also want to say that I'm trying to keep in mind like my 25 books to read in 2025 because it's the last few months till the end of the year, so I have to like get through that. I'm thinking to have like a darker romance. I might do There Are No Saints or Savage Lover because they're like mafia romance. I think I'm gonna go with There Are No Saints. I think that is a good one from the shelf. That's the first book, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna do just like a peruse through my shelves and then narrow it down later. Okay, because I think I'm gonna pick out like more than 6 initially. The second shelf, I don't see anything that is screaming October. So the first shelf is definitely going to be very minimal because they're like romance and general fiction. The next shelf is going to be a lot more promising because they're like fantasies. This shelf, again, I'm not going to touch it because for the most part I've read all of these. And then the next shelf over here, I don't really think I have anything to pick out because these are my holiday books, so I don't have anything that I can possibly pick out. Like I've read my vampire books. I don't know if I would want to pick this one up for October. I think I'm gonna save it for like my mood reads. Like I can still pick up these romance books in between my required October reading. All right, moving further down, I actually might have some books that I would want to read from here. I don't know if you can see this corner. Yeah, you can. I have my witchy books right here, so I don't think I've read any of these. Have I read the X Hex? I think this is the one that I've read. The other one in this series, The Kiss Curse, I haven't read. And oh, where is it? The Wedding Witch. I haven't read that. But I think that's more Christmassy, even though it's witchy. So I'm gonna save that for like Christmas this year. I just pushed another book back. Ugh. I think out of all of these witchy books, I think I can pick up this one. This is one of the oldest on my TBR. So I think that'd be good. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Anything else from this pile, this shelf? I don't think so. We're on the bottom shelf, we're on the ground now, and I read The Invocations. That was really good. I should have saved that for October, but oh well. I could read None Shall Sleep. It's a YA. I think I remember this was kind of pitched to me if you liked, what's that one book? It's by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's her earlier series before the rich people stuff. I don't know. But if you like that Criminal Minds-esque, it was pitched to me as that, but I don't know if I want to read that. See, it's hard picking my TBR because it's like, I don't know what I would want to read. I've read all of these. I mean, I could reread Mexican Gothic. Do I want to reread Mexican Gothic? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Is this the year that I finally get through Tender as the Flesh? It's a horror. It has a lot of cannibalism, I believe, but it's super short. I think I'm gonna put it on. This is a very hopeful book. I don't even want to say that I don't think I should read this. I'm gonna force myself to read this, and if I can't get through it, I'm just gonna take it off and donate it. And then I have T. Kingfisher books. I have What Moves the Dead, The House with Good Bones, and A Sorceress Comes to Call. I don't know. I think A Sorceress Comes to Call is more of a fantasy. These are her two horrors. I think I'm going to do this one because this has been on my TBR for longer than this one. So, adding that to the pile. We're going to scoot over. Now we're getting to the good bits. So I have Immortal Consequences. I think it's YA. I think that sounds good. Okay, we'll add that, because why not? And then this one came in my Fairy Loot box last year, The Evocation by S.D. Gibson. She is the author of A Dowry of Blood. What do you do when the devil comes knocking? This spellbinding story explores love, fear, and the occult, all through the eyes of psychic prodigy. Looks like there's a romance. Okay, say less. I think I should read that. Anything else? I could read Long Live Evil. I don't know what this is about. This is also from my Fairy Loot adult book. Fictional character. I don't think so. Not today. What's this one about? Okay, maybe not. Read everything on the shelf, so I can't really put that on my TBR. And then up here, I do want to mention that I think I'm going to be reading the sequel to Bride. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called The Mate or something by Ali Hazelwood. It's coming out in October. I'm not going to put it officially as part of this TBR. I'm just saying that I'm most definitely going to read it in October. Okay, next up I have my Chestnut Springs Elsie Silver Shrine. I don't have anything else to read. I mean, except for Off to the Races, but I'm not going to put that on there because that is not the intention of this October TBR. I'm not going to pick out books that I may want to mood read. I'll just actually mood read it because I know I read more than what's going to be on this TBR. And then next up I have this shelf. I've already read Bury Our Bones, unfortunately. I could read Babel, but I don't know if I'm going to. And then up there I have my Jessa Hastings Shrine and the Fear of the Flames duology for now, the 2 books. I don't think I'm going to pick up any books from there. Okay, and then last shelf. I don't have anything to pick up from the top shelf. I've read everything off of this shelf. Oh, except for Vicious, which I don't feel like reading. But like The Familiar would have been good to read this coming month. But whatever. And then this shelf, I've read everything off of this shelf too. So moving down, I could read the last book in Carrie Maniscalco's like Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which is Capturing the Devil. I could read it. It sounds like a good time. But because it's the last book, I'm not going to put it on there because I might procrastinate that since I don't want to close out the book series for me. I could read Throne of Secrets because I know at the 3rd book in this adult series by Carrie Maniscalco is coming out in October. It usually comes out in October, so I'm assuming it comes out in October. So I could read the 2nd one in anticipation for the 3rd book to come out. I could read Metal Slinger, but that's not a spooky book. Like I said, I need to stay my course. I have Wisteria. That it's no longer death. So it's about life, and I don't care about life that much. So moving down. Okay, moving down. So I have this shelf. I could read Lady Macbeth. Yeah, maybe. Why not? I know that she writes a lot of really good gothic books, so why not? Anything else from this shelf? I so want to reread When the Crow's Away by Aurelia Wallace, but I could read Masters of Death. It is about like vampires, I believe. But before, actually, I want to really put Slewfoot on there. This is the most important book out of this pile that I want to read in October. I keep forgetting what month I'm going to be reading this in, but yes, I want to read this. Definitely. So this is an absolutely yes pile. What else can I read? Is The Night Circus like creepy? I know it's a classic. Dangerous Consequences. I don't think so. I've read The Very Secret Society already. Okay. Lowest shelf, I guess. I could read Harrow the 9th. Ooh, Agatha Christie's Cards on the Table. Could read that. This is such a classic mystery thriller. Does she write mystery thriller? Yeah, mystery. So, why not? Do I want to read Harrow though? Because it's necromancy. Or I could read The Raven Scholar. What is this about? West Light Empire of Rome, where after 24 years, peace reigned person of birth, risk, has come to an end to Disney, keep the war, and peace complete. And peace replaces another murder, false in New York, Empire, he is a critic, fights always time, infected the throne, and evil, over here, all chastity and succeeds, will win empire, she goes to what will happen. You're the Raven and you're innocent. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. I think I have a good pile that I have to go through. Okay. So here's my pile. I actually grabbed The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood because it's like about the afterlife, and I think I need to add a romance to this, and I think this is on my 25 books to read in 2025, so I'm going to add it as a required reading in October. So my most definitely's, I have Slewfoot, and then I have The Love of My Afterlife. And I still have room for 4 more books. Just 4. So, what do I want to read? That's 4, okay? I could read Tenders the Flesh. It's a horror novel, so that makes sense, right? Because it's October, it's spooky, horror. Fine, let's add that. So that's 3. I have 3 more books to add to this pile. This is hard. The Vocations, okay? I don't know if I would love this. I should. Like, I don't want to go through Goodreads and be looking at the ratings because I already have the books. So if I just keep putting them off, I'm never going to read them. So I want to go into it blind. But like, okay, The Vocations goes on the pile. I don't know if I want to add Immortal Consequences because it doesn't really have any October leaning themes in there. So that's a no. This one, A House with Good Bones. I mean, it's horror, I believe. Maybe it's fantasy horror. Something like that. I don't actually know. I should probably find out. A haunting Southern Gothic from an award-winning master of suspense explores the dark, twisted roots lurking just beneath the veneer of a perfect home and family. Okay, so maybe it's more of like a spooky Gothic. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I add this, that's 5. I have 1 more book. I don't think I'm gonna add this one just because I can just pick this up any other day. It's witchy though, and I love witches in October. No, I'm just gonna put it off. There Are No Saints. I could read this any other time, so no. Lady Macbeth. It seems Gothic, but no. Harrow the Ninth. Am I realistically gonna read this? No. Cards, it's between Cards on the Table and Masters of Death. Between these two, which one would I read? Okay, I think I'm gonna do Masters of Death because I just need to read this. I read Olivia Blake's most recent release and that was okay. I'm hoping with a stronger plot I will enjoy the book. I think this has a stronger plot, maybe. And I really enjoyed, what's that book called? Immortal Dark, which kind of has a similar premise, like with the vampires in a house. So I think that's my TBR for October. I have Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, Evocation by S.D. Gibson, Tenders the Flesh by Agustina Bastarrica, A Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood, and Slewfoot by Brom. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along, picking out my October TBR. That was kind of like a fun thing to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time. Bye!